All right, live remarks now from LA Mayor Karen Bass on storm preparations.
We also have sandbags available at local fire stations for people to pick up. Again, we're expecting this to be difficult, heavy rains at around 2 a.m. in the morning, and we will be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. And with that, I'd like to introduce Dr. Cohen from the National Weather Service.
Thank you very much, Mayor Bass. Good evening. I'm Dr. Ariel Cohen, and I'm the meteorologist in charge of the National Weather Service in Los Angeles, Oxnard. As we're only a few hours out from the onset of a powerful storm system, I recognize that we've had more than the usual number of weather alerts coming out during the past few years. I know that many people, though, have been very fortunate enough to have received the alerts while staying out of harm's way. And that all of the alerting has been tiring for many people. At the same time, we've also had some of the most extreme weather events in the city's history occur over the past few years. And many of those who have been adversely affected by the weather were able to use those alerts, those weather alerts, to protect themselves and their loved ones from dangerous weather. Ultimately, as the mayor mentioned, the cost of being underprepared is often far greater than the cost of being overprepared. As we go through the next 12 to 24 hours, a storm system will be moving through Los Angeles. We are expecting the rain to pick up after midnight tonight and reach its peak, as the mayor mentioned, between 2 a.m. going through about noon tomorrow, Tuesday. And we could even experience a few thunderstorms as well, with more on and off showers going into Tuesday afternoon. Most Angelenos will not experience anything more than moderate rains and gusty winds. However, the character of this particular weather system is such that a few localized spots will have the potential to experience damage coming from the strong winds and even possibly a couple of tornadoes, along with debris flows in the burn scar areas, and there could be some flooding elsewhere across the region. The nature of this system is such that we cannot be certain about exactly when and where these impacts will strike, the exact details, until right before they occur at the earliest. Right now, it appears that all areas in Los Angeles will be at some level of risk for experiencing wind damage when a burst of rain comes through from the pre-dawn hours of Tuesday through Tuesday morning, with a potential for a couple of tornadoes as well across the area. So what can you do now to prepare? That would be to start planning where you would be if the winds suddenly pick up, or if you hear a severe weather warning from the National Weather Service. We recommend that you be indoors in a sturdy structure on the lowest floor with as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Stay away from windows. If you encounter flooding, never drive through a flooded roadway. If you're in or near a burn scar area, be especially cautious of your vulnerabilities and be prepared to heed any directions from emergency management and law enforcement officials. Very importantly, have multiple ways to receive emergency alerts, especially with the potential for dangerous weather to occur during the overnight hours when you may be asleep. Again, most people will be fortunate enough to be unaffected by any adverse weather. However, the type of weather system coming through is one that has the capability of being damaging in a few areas. The alerts we issue are not intended to create fear, but rather to be a tool and resource to help you and your loved ones be safe. Our confidence in dangerous weather striking any one particular location may not be certain until it's too late to take action. So please take these alerts as an opportunity to prepare while there's time to do so. Hopefully we can get through this system with as little impact as possible, even if we're ready for much worse. We will continue working closely with our core partners, including emergency management officials, as well as the mayor's office, to ensure that everyone has the latest available information on this evolving situation. To all Angelenos, on behalf of the National Weather Service, stay safe and take care. Thank you.
Good evening. My Interim Chief, Ronnie Villanueva. I just wanted to speak a little bit on our preparation. For the past few days, your LA City family has been preparing. We know that this is going to be some heavy rains, and we have our apparatus, we have our resources, and a pre-deployment plan in strategic areas throughout the city. So with that in detail, because of all the resources that we have, I'm going to have Deputy Chief William Peralta, the commander of the West Bureau, explain to you in detail where those resources are going to be, followed by Battalion Chief Adam Kanabi, who's in charge of the strike team that you see behind us today, and tell you what the capabilities are of these Type 3 engines that we have here in front of you today. Chief Peralta.
Thank you, Chief Villanueva. Good evening. My name is William Peralta, Deputy Chief of Operations West Bureau. Thank you for allowing me to be here tonight to speak with you. Right now I'm going to talk about LAFD's robust pre-deployment that we have with the support of Cal OES. Talk about our resources, where they're strategically located for access, logistical needs. But really what's happening tonight is our resources are going to support the plan by patrolling all of your areas that are prone to burn scars, areas that are not prone to burn scars, to make sure that we're prepared in case something does happen. All of our fire stations have done pre-assessments of the area. They've identified needs, possible debris flow areas that have been impacted in the past, and we're ready to respond as our priority safety for all of the public and make sure that we're there to support. In terms of our pre-deployment, as you see, we have the 1880 Charlies. It's a strike team of Type 3 engines behind us, led by Sten, Chief Kanabi. We also have a USAR rig right there, Type 1 USAR rig, that is going to be stationed here at 59s. All of these fire engines behind us are going to be deployed and patrolling the area of the Palisades, but able to respond anywhere that they're needed, but they'll make sure they support everything on the Palisades side. We have a Type 1 dozer, along with basically a team of 5 members that are ready to deploy excavators, skid steers, dozers in case we have a mudslide in any of our areas, and they'll respond out of Fire Station 88. Sand and sandbags has been delivered, like the mayor talked about already, to all the fire stations, and they're there for the public should you need any sand or sandbags. We have swiftwater teams deployed at Fire Stations 44 and 88, which consists of 16 members. We have Type 2 helicopters, Helco, and pilots deployed to support any air resources, communication, and support of any of the incident needs that we have in mudslide areas or floodings. We have extra dispatchers at MFC that will support the operation for multiple calls and increase in call load that comes in these types of events. We have a Type 2 hand crew, which consists of 27 members on staff tonight as well, staged at Fire Station 89. They can go throughout the city and support any needs that we have for anything that goes out. We also have multiple brush patrols being staffed tomorrow. The duration of this incident is 36 hours. We have resources that are pre-deployed tonight, through the AM, and then through tomorrow. So they'll be here to support any needs that we have throughout the city. Any questions?
We'll finish. Take questions at the end.
Yeah, good evening. Battalion Chief Adam Kanabi, the Los Angeles City Fire Department. Strike team leader here with Strike Team 1880 Charlie, and what that is a set of 5 Type 3 fire engines. Their capabilities are much different than your everyday fire engine that you see around the streets. They are 4-wheel drive capable, shorter wheelbase, and higher frames. What this does is, not knowing what incident we're going to be responding to, whether it be a medical aid on the other side of a mud and debris flow, we have to be able to get to you. So in doing so, we have these engines staffed, ready to go anywhere in the city to make better access to any of our 911 callers out there. They can get through minor mud and debris flows, whether it be a structural collapse or even, like I said, a medical aid. The other thing we have here today is our Type 1 USAR apparatus with 6 members. That apparatus has highly trained individuals, classes everything from trench rescue, confined space, and structural collapse. So we're preparing for anything that they may throw at us with many specialized resources throughout the city tonight. Thank you.
Assistant Chief Tingarides.
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Assistant Chief Imada Tingarides, and I am the Director of the Office of Operations. Right now, LAPD officers are currently going door to door in these identified evacuation areas in an effort to make contact and communication with all residents. The officers are providing them a location, coordinating with the Red Cross. In Westboro, that would be Stoner Park. We're hoping by 2200 hours this evening, all of our evacuations will be completed and our residents are able to evacuate safely.
can you go over how many residents were evacuated? Were they all notified via a door knock? And are we expecting this to, expand? And where exactly were these evacuations? Where did they take place?
Yes, and of course this is tentative depending on what happens with our weather. But right now we've identified 114 locations in our West Bureau community. That includes the Palisades and Mandeville Canyon and approximately 2 locations in Valley Bureau. And just about half of those in-person door knock notifications have been made.
All right, as this news conference starts to wrap up, we heard from the mayor, but more importantly, all of her people from LAFD, LAPD, etc., to talk about the storm preparations.
Yes, so evacuation warnings are in place. They are going door to door. That's LAPD. If you do, in fact, need to evacuate on the west side, primarily is their concern with the Palisades burn scar area. Before we say goodnight at 8 o'clock, before we get to the 9 o'clock hour, let's check in with our meteorologist, Star Harvey, with where that rain is now.
Yes, we do still have the center of the storm sitting off to the north of us, so moving across San Francisco and the surrounding areas. But we do show some of that energy streaming as far south or as far west as the Santa Barbara area. So San Luis Obispo starting to pick up on some of that heavier rain. Ventura County. We do have areas like the LA area here in West LA. We already have some of the sprinkles coming down, and you can see up across the Fraser Park area moving in and through Santa Clarita. We're starting to see some light sprinkles again. The bulk of this energy due to arrive around that 2-3 a.m. hour, and it will impact our early morning commute. So for those of us heading to work and those of us heading to get our little ones off to school tomorrow, temperatures right now we're at about 63 degrees. We do have a light winds right now. Our temperatures tonight dipping down into the upper 50s to low 60s. And again, just want to reiterate this for our headlines. We are talking widespread rain moving in as early as tonight for some of the area out to the west of LA, and then carrying through tomorrow. Heavy rain, thunderstorms, and flooding all included in this. Back to you, ladies.